What up, gang? Today is a shoot day. We're gonna give you a little vlog. It should be a quick vlog though. It shouldn't be too long. We gotta drive up to Boston and content shoot for one of the clients in the agency, and then we'll probably fly back home, go to the gym, and then get on a phone call with my travel agent buddies. Prepare for our trip to Brazil, but more on that coming. We gotta get ready right now because we're about to be late. So dressed and ready, all black, of course. We just need 2 SD cards here. It's gonna be 2 different restaurants under the same chain though, the same hospitality group, just 2 different of the restaurants. So we just want to separate them by getting 2 different SIM cards. As you can see here, we have 1,000 of these, so 2 of these. Throw these inside the camera bag. We'll format them, and we'll be good to go. What else do we need? So we got 1 phone, 2 phones, 3 phones, good to go. One's content, one's money, and one's personal. Got all 3 of these here. Got 2, 3 mics here. Tripods in there. We just need 1 more tripod. Tripod number 2. I think we're ready to go, to be honest. Always keep a pen on you at all times. When you go into shoots, you never know what's gonna pop up. Need our content folder, because as you see here, throw that in there. And I think we're good to go. Let's roll. Cold as dog. Cold as oh my days. Got all this damn snow everywhere. Got like 5 inches of snow, I wanna say. Ugh, madness. The shoot shouldn't be that long. It should only be 2 hours. When going to shoots, bro, the easiest thing to do, and I know I didn't record this, and I think I will the next time we have one, you should always create a content calendar. What's a content calendar? A content calendar is basically telling you and the client that this is what we're gonna do on this day, and this is how it's gonna look, and these are the amount of reels that we're gonna do. So the amount of reels that you do really depend on what their package is that they signed up for, and then you base your content calendar off of that. So if they have an agreement where they get 10 reels from you, your job is to, on that content, create a content calendar, is to break down what those reels look like and how we're gonna execute the footage. So how are we gonna do that? And that's what you do today, is like a content shoot. So you're setting up your content shoot days. You're gonna set what reel goes first. You're gonna probably do easiest to hardest, because it's when shooting content, it really depends on your workflow and your videographer for the certain space. But if you're not at this place where you send videographers out, what you're gonna do, just for rule of thumb, create a shot list so that you know what you're doing. And that's really what the content calendar is for, is so that you know exactly the overarching what you're doing, but also for you to then take those videos, break them down, and say, okay, this is the shot list, this is how we're gonna execute it, and get those things done. And so by the time you get up there, you don't need more than an hour or 2 to get the content done, especially if you're at one space. And when you're new to the space of content creation, sure, it may take you a little longer because you don't have the vision just yet, or you don't have your own identity within the way that you edit and the way that you create content. But as you get better, you will start to understand what your vision is and how you want to do it. And I think that's probably the hardest part, is finding what your content is and what that looks like for you. Because a lot of people, what they do is that they get into a space where they copy other people. And so you never really find your own voice or your own artistry, right? It's always great to admire others. It's great to have a vision that aligns with your favorite content creator, but you have to then branch off and figure out what your own style is. That's how people end up buying from you and staying for a long time. When you have a specific style to the way that you edit or the way that you shoot content, people will fall in love with that artistry, because that's literally what it is. It's just art. People will buy from you on the basis of your artistry and the way that you create content, right? Are you more cinematic? Are you more of this new style where they take the camcorders and they add that in there? And so you really want to figure out what your style is before you go out and you grab all these clients. But once you get them, it's 10 times easier, because they understand how you create content. They fall in love with that, and all they want to do is see yourself. And so you will then enjoy making content, bro, because it's really easy once you get a hang of what your vision is. Later down the road, you'll realize that it can be a curse sometimes, because when you're trying to, let's say, scale, you have to be very good, and this will test you. You have to be very good at translating your vision into the videographers that you hire, right? Because videographers themselves, if they've been seasoned enough to know how to use a camera, they probably have their style of shooting, right? So the way that they shoot content isn't the way you shoot content. And you have to then explain to them how to shoot in the way that you want them to shoot. And same goes for editors. Editors already edit in a certain way, in a certain style, right? And they have their own program. And sometimes this is where business or personal stuff bleeds into business. Sometimes these editors or these videographers think they know it all, right? Because they've been doing it for long enough to say, yes, they know how to edit and they know how to do their videography, but they think that, okay, because they know how to do it, that what your input is doesn't really matter because you're almost trying to teach them or coach them. So it's one of those things where you have to be a great leader to lead others that believe they don't need to be led. And so if you're looking to scale within the content creation or the content agency space, you better become a damn good leader. And that's why I make all these videos, is because it's not about the content creation. That's the easy part. The hard part is, how do you lead other people, right? And how do you get other people to adopt the program that you're trying to give to them? Very, very different, very, very difficult, right? It can be very hard. So be mindful, be very, very fucking mindful. Fucking grab this blood clot drink. Yeah, so I told you I would try this Magic Mind until I finish them. And so let's just. Oof. There was this dude that fucking was riding a bicycle in the middle of the goddamn, middle of the road. Again, it's very, very fruity. Like, it has that fruity flavor to it, really easy to throw back, and it's really subtly sweet. It's not all that crazy sweet, but it's just nice. We're gonna continue to try those the rest of the week, and into next week, I'll give y'all an update, what the results are and what they feel like, what it feels like after a while, after a week. There's gonna be a link down below where you can try them. You can try it yourself, and that should give you, I think, like 45% off. So I think it's Dwight, DWIGHTBJAN to get your 45% off to try that product. But yeah, entrepreneurship is very interesting, because when you make these companies, you have big hopes, you have high hopes, and then you realize that, okay, fuck, this is harder than I thought it was. You have to deal with multiple emotions and multiple personalities. You got to deal with your own emotions and your own mind. And see, this is why self-development has to come first before you jump into entrepreneurship. Or you can do it, but just understand that you're gonna have to rapidly grow, right? So when I started doing self-development maybe almost like a decade ago, realistically. I'm 27 now. Yeah, I pretty much started when I was 17, 18, where it's just getting into understanding who you are and all of these things, because it's very important as you go into business to be solid. But you have to get to a place where you understand yourself and you are very solid and can feel comfortable doing the things that you know work, but also then dealing with other people and standing firm on what you know works. A lot of us will get into this space where we have to deal with other humans, and then it turns into a thing where you lean back off of what you know you should be doing, not only for your business, but for yourself. Because adults literally are just big kids with money. That's it. A lot of these people in business do not deal with their own personal development. They just allow themselves to continue to bullshit, and their businesses are wavering. You'll see it all the time, no matter how high you go, whether it be corporate, whether it be B2B, like you're running your own business and you're dealing with other business owners. You're gonna realize that a lot of these people within business are just childish, right? They're just children. They're big children with money. That's it. And so you have to understand how to negotiate and deal with them on a day-to-day so that you can thrive within business. Entrepreneurship is literally a test to how well you can deal with other humans, right? Because imagine if I tell you the other business owner is who has all your money, right? The money that's to take you to the next level, that you take to invest into the property, or you take to invest in yourself, or you take to invest in a brand that you want to spin off because you're good at making brands or whatever you're good at. But you have to get the money from somewhere first, which means you're probably gonna have to start a business, but then that business isn't gonna flow without having deals coming in. And so you either have to deal with a general consumer, which is the regular, the average citizen, right? Or they're just the regular consumer that you're looking to attract. Or you're gonna have to deal with businessmen and women who are in business, but they're still human. So they have their own personal issues and their own things that they're dealing with. And you're gonna have to deal with that if you want a paycheck, bro. So be real. If you wanna bring in money to your business that will then fund your employees' lives, you have to be able to deal with multiple personalities along with yourself.
So be prepared for all of the things that entrepreneurship comes with, because it's not just this cakewalk where, oh, money's there and you have a good product and so people should pay the quality or the money that they have to earn or get your product. That's not how it works. You literally could be disliked by humans simply because you're a mirror. We've talked about it before. You can be the mirror to a business owner, and the business owner will not like you because you're shedding light on their insecurity. It's a thing, bro. I deal with it all the time, bro. All of the time. So be wary, bro. Be wary of it.
Especially with this type of
yeah, bro, I deal with it all the time, bro. I have 30 clients over here, bro, back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Right, and they're all just a pain. So you have to just manage. You got to manage their temperament and kind of honor whatever they want to do while also trying to be effective. So I get your pain, bro. I get it.
Right. And for me, it's okay, you know, until as long as they don't start complaining. I mean, I feel like I'm in a good space because I'm doing my shit, you know. So, but anyway, at any rate, I think what I'm more so concerned about, if you're like, hey, what are you concerned about right now, Rev? I'm concerned about just getting some stuff on there and having it look like a good flow. That's really all I truly care about right now.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, I ask about the reels, but that sounds good. Because, I mean, it's Sundance right now. You know, I'll reach out to today and say, hey, you know, do you guys have, you know, any events going on this week? Which they don't, but they do have a Sundance event.
Right.
So I'll have to figure that out.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just trying to prepare myself for February and March. That's how I always work a month in advance, bro. So that's why I wanted to call and touch base, because if we're gonna do a photo shoot at the end of February or mid-February, I just need to take account for that. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what. That's why I was really calling, to make sure that everything's okay and we can square some stuff away so that I can prepare my February correctly.
Well, that sounds good.
So discuss.
When do you want to get back on the phone with me again?
When are you available? We could do tomorrow.
Not this weekend, of course. Not this.
So,
I got
Sundance. I forgot. Okay, right. So let's do sometime. Let's do sometime maybe mid next week, Wednesday or Thursday next week, if that works.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna text them today and kind of see what their sentiment is, and then I'll know exactly how I need to move, or how soon I need to move. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. And make sure, like, if you just tell them what you're trying to do and see what their availability is, and that's kind of what it is. Because if you leave it up to them too long, they're going to be flippy floppy. They're not really going to give you an answer correctly. So just be wary of that. But they don't know shit about the social media game anyways. You know what I mean? That's why they hired you.
Right.
So it's like you have to tell them what they're doing and guide them in the right direction.
Yeah, well, I think I'm just feeling a little bit nervous because I don't really have shit on the site, to be honest. So, you know, it ain't too much I can do at this point if they get upset or whatever, because I really don't have a flow of
right. And that would make sense that's why it would make sense for you to, or for them to kind of get on their ass about doing the a shoot, or figuring, I mean, a shoot is the only thing I could see. You do a whole day shoot and call it that. We'll talk about it next week at some point. So, but just connect with them for sure.
All right, bet.
All right, so I'll shoot you a text as soon as the reels are inside the folder, and then we'll talk.
Okay, bro. Sounds good.
All right, brother.
All right.
Let him. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Even no matter where you are, bro, no matter what you're doing in your system of business, no matter who you're dealing with, you have to manage people. As you see that phone call, you have to manage people, right? Because people are gonna want things that they don't even know what they don't know what they want, right? So it's your job to tell them exactly what direction they need to go, how they need to do it. And what you start to realize within business, within the content space, is that people like certain things and they want certain things to look a specific way, but don't allot the time to make sure that it comes out that way. So it can be very frustrating dealing with other humans, but you just gotta get through it, because that's the only way you're gonna get through business, is if you can deal and manage with people's thought processes and their mindset. Well, we're here now, so time to shoot this content.
Very quick and easy. Nice little calm drive up to Boston, but time to shoot now. Fuck. It's freezing though, bro. Da 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 da.
Nice jacket.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, we're good to go.
All right, what you're seeing here is them going into the fridge. We're basically recreating a reel we saw on Instagram. Very simple, very easy. You just have to find these reference points and then just recreate them as your client wants.
Done.
So here we're just giving a little raw footage to the client. So it takes a lot of the pressure off of the editors when it comes to just giving them raw footage. I don't mind giving them raw footage. They can use it for stories. They can use it for little posts that they want. And it kind of just allows them to do as they please without having to bug us to get reels done for them.
It's like all of these.
All right, let's do one table. One. Let's do one. One table, because this is too far apart. Anyways.
It's not
Yeah,
gonna
but
be
we
the
have to time
shot.
ourselves.
We have to time it and put it down evenly.
Oh, shit. And I wouldn't even do separate like this. I'd do these together as one. And I would turn this towards the wall. Because otherwise you're gonna see everything else. I'll just shoot, bro. I'll call you when I'm done. All right, bro. That table's way better. Yeah. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go ahead. Do it again. Ready? Go ahead.
You could do it slow. At the same time.
Too slow.
Too slow.
I was like snail slow. Yeah.
Okay.
Ready? Go ahead. Better. Better. Again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Good. Yeah, no.
Someone has to
Someone has to do the trick. Get a model of the day.
Can you guys
Have entertainment, guys.
You're still holding it.
film in a commercial?
Close, oh yeah. Let's go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. That was good. Good. Good.
Whatever you say is being recorded for the court of law, my friend, so be careful.
Are you gonna go to the ping pong show?
I want to know what the fuck is the ping pong show? I'm trying to figure out what that's about.
Oh man, I'm on freaking recording right now, and if you know, you know.
Ping pong show? Fuck it. I'm going.
Pull out the Google.
Fuck it.
You gotta pull out Google and Google Translate.
Let me see what the fuck. See what the fuck the ping pong show is.
I don't know how I stumbled upon
At this very moment, I found out what a ping pong show is.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused. No-
Yeah, bro. I'm going to the ping pong show, brother. I'm finna go, gang. For sure, nigga. I'm going, gang, for sure. I'm giving out tips too, nigga.
I'm sliding too. I'm trying to see what's happening. This nigga Sean, bro, we're walking down the street. He's like, you trying to do a ping pong show? Mind you, we just left the club, bro.
Yeah.
You see the sign. So what, man? She comes up with the menu. The placard menu. She's like, ping pong show? I said, nah. He's like, wait. He's like, huh, think about this. Oh, what you mean? I was looking at the menu like, damn, this guy's creative. And bro's breaking down the menu. 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. And you wanna go see a ping pong show right now? Alright, bro.
You get to crack them after or no?
We didn't go, so we don't know.
It's near, but I'm got a blood clapping pong show or something. I get fucked.
I don't think you might want. I don't know if you want to do that, bro.
No.
All types of things.
Ah, boy. If I get back to the crib, it was a long day. Out of the middle of that shit, my fucking sinuses started to go crazy. I started to feel sick. I go get Dayquil, shit not working. It was fucking me up. So, hey man, it happens. But you gotta continue doing what you gotta do. We got another shoot on Friday. Tomorrow we got a day off. But right now I'm with my boys planning a trip for Thailand. You might have heard me talk about Brazil earlier. We also got some business deals in Brazil coming up in the next few weeks. So there's a lot of fucking motion, a lot of things happening in Miami, Brazil, Thailand, and in Salt Lake City. So a lot of moving parts. And that's why it's so important to keep yourself clear, get rid of your distractions, and really focus on the things that you know are bringing in revenue, bringing you fulfillment, and bringing you satisfaction out of the business that you're doing. So continue doing what you're doing, bro. It gets easier because you get more resources, right? So you're no longer putting up bottles on the shelf. Like myself, I was putting up bottles on the shelf 3 years ago. So you're not doing that anymore, but what you are doing that may be difficult, you have a bit more wiggle room. So these are other business owners that I'm on the phone with, good friends of mine that I travel the world with. So you have them to rely on to give you more value as you provide your value, and you can then team up together like we have and go explore the world together while also bringing value to the world and other brands. And so you just got to figure out where you want to go and how you want to do it. It's not going to come tomorrow. It's not going to come overnight, and you're not going to figure it out just by doing one thing over and over and over again. What you're going to do is that you're going to figure out that that one thing that you're doing that brings value can be coupled by other things, and then you're going to meet people by doing that thing, right? That then when all of y'all come together, you can then create value together. And so it's very important to continue your self-development journey so that you get better with that, but then also then making sure that you can manage other people. Like you've seen and heard earlier, you have to manage other people. Even in the shoot that you saw earlier, you saw it firsthand that there was a lot of different ideas, a lot of different personalities that come into making shoots and how they end up going, but you have to pick your stance and be a director. So I'm gonna finish with these guys tonight, and I'll check back in with y'all tomorrow. It is currently 9:14 p.m. We'll probably get off the phone around 1 o'clock, get up at 6 a.m., get back to fucking work to get these deals done overseas.
Boy, Mr. Brown.